In a near-future Earth, the sprawling city of New Avalon buzzed with excitement. Towering structures of gleaming metal and glass reached toward the heavens, embodying humanity's newfound unity and ambition. At the center of it all stood the colossal warship Horizon *, a testament to human ingenuity and determination. Commander Alex Renaud paced the command deck, overseeing the final preparations for the ship's maiden voyage. The crew, a diverse mix of scientists, engineers, and military personnel, worked diligently around him, their anticipation palpable. With the ship's advanced propulsion systems and state-of-the-art weaponry, Horizon * was designed not only for exploration, but also for defense against potential threats from the cosmos. "Commander, all systems are go for launch," Maya Tanaka reported, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface. A brilliant linguist and engineer, Mia had been instrumental in refining the ship's communication systems. "Excellent work, Mia. Let's ensure everything is ready for departure," Alex replied, his voice steady, masking the excitement coursing through him. Today marked the culmination of years of effort and collaboration. As the countdown began, a sudden alert blared across the deck. Red lights flashed ominously, and a holographic display flickered to life, revealing a series of complex waveforms. "Commander, we're receiving an unusual signal," Mia exclaimed, eyes wide with curiosity. "It's unlike anything we've encountered before." Alex's heart raced. "Can you identify the source?" "Not yet. It's faint, but the frequency is definitely artificial," she said, her brow furrowing in concentration. "Bring it up on the main screen," he ordered, leaning closer to the display. The waveform pulsed rhythmically, suggesting a structured communication, rather than random noise. "What do you think it is?" one of the crew members asked, glancing at Alex with a mix of excitement and concern. "It could be a distress signal," he suggested, feeling a thrill of possibility, "or perhaps a warning. Either way, we need to investigate." As the countdown reached its final seconds, the ship's engines roared to life. Horizon * lifted off from the launch pad, breaking through the atmosphere and into the vastness of space. The crew cheered, the excitement palpable, but Alex's mind was already racing ahead, focused on the signal. "Mia, can you triangulate the source while we're in transit?" he asked, determination etched on his face. "I'll get to work on it right away," she replied, her fingers flying over the controls. The ship surged forward, cutting through the stars, a beacon of hope against the backdrop of the universe. Hours passed as the crew settled into their routines. Tension mingled with excitement as they ventured deeper into space. Mia's voice broke through the din. "Commander, I've pinpointed the source of the signal. It's coming from a nearby star system, approximately 3 light-years away." "Good work. Set a course," Alex commanded, feeling a surge of adrenaline. This could be humanity's first contact with another intelligent species. They could be on the brink of discovering something monumental. As they adjusted their trajectory, the crew buzzed with anticipation. Little did they know that the signal was only the beginning, setting in motion a series of events that would forever alter humanity's place in the cosmos. The stars whirred past the observation deck of Horizon * as Commander Alex Renaud gazed out at the infinite expanse of space. A mix of anticipation and anxiety coursed through him. The ship had been designed for exploration, but now it felt like a vessel of fate, carrying them toward the unknown. "Mia, any luck decoding the signal?" he called out, breaking the silence. She was at her station, surrounded by holographic displays that illuminated her focused expression. "I'm working on it, Commander. The signal is complex, multiple layers, almost like a language. It's going to take time." "Understood. Keep me posted." Alex turned back to the view, the distant stars twinkling like promises yet to be fulfilled. He couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the precipice of something monumental. As the ship sailed through the dark void, the crew settled into a rhythm. They shared stories during meals, bonding over their shared mission. Laughter echoed in the mess hall, a welcome reprieve from the weight of their task. Suddenly, the ship jolted violently, throwing everyone off balance. Alarms blared and lights flickered ominously. "Status report," Alex barked, regaining his footing as he rushed to the command center. "Gravity fluctuations detected. It's a gravitational anomaly," Maya shouted, her fingers flying across the controls. "We're being pulled off course. Engage stabilizers," Alex ordered, his heart racing. The crew sprang into action, working to regain control of the ship. With a surge of effort, the crew managed to stabilize Horizon *, but the damage was done. They had lost precious time. "Estimate our current trajectory," Alex asked, trying to keep his voice calm. "Still on course to the signal, but we'll need to compensate for the anomaly," Maya replied, her brow furrowed. "It may take us longer than anticipated. Then we press on. We can't let this setback deter us," he said, determination filling his voice. The crew nodded, steeling themselves for the challenge ahead. As they resumed their journey, Mia continued her work on the signal. Hours turned into days, and the atmosphere aboard the ship fluctuated between excitement and tension. The crew felt the weight of their mission, knowing they were approaching a pivotal moment in human history. Finally, one evening, as the stars sparkled outside, Maya stood abruptly from her station, her face alight with revelation. "Commander, I think I've deciphered part of the signal." "Let's hear it," Alex urged, gathering the crew around. "It's a distress call," she explained, her voice steady. "But it's more than that. It's a plea for help, a warning about an impending threat from an aggressive force." The crew gasped, their excitement tempered by the gravity of the situation. "Are there any specifics?" Alex asked, his mind racing. "Just fragments, something about an empire that seeks to conquer their world. They're calling for allies, for anyone who can assist," Maya replied, her eyes wide. "It's urgent. Then we need to act fast. Set a course for the source." "We can't ignore this," Alex commanded, the weight of responsibility settling on his shoulders. As Horizon adjusted its course, the crew felt a surge of purpose. They were no longer just explorers. They were potentially the last hope for an alien civilization. With determination ignited, they prepared to answer the call of the stars, unaware that the challenges ahead would test them in ways they could never imagine. The journey toward the source of the distress signal was tense but exhilarating. As Horizon approached the coordinates, the ship's sensors picked up detailed readings of the nearby star system. 2 planets were visible, one vibrant and lush, the other barren and scarred by conflict. "Commander, the signal's origin appears to be from the lush planet, Zilara," Maya announced, her voice filled with urgency. "We're detecting signs of advanced technology and civilization." Alex felt a swell of hope. "Prepare to enter orbit. Let's get a visual on the surface." The crew gathered at the observation deck, eyes glued to the screens as Horizon adjusted its trajectory. As they descended through the atmosphere, a breathtaking landscape unfolded below. Sprawling forests, vast oceans, and gleaming cities that shimmered in the sunlight. "Prepare for landing," Alex instructed, heart racing at the prospect of first contact. "We'll deploy a shuttle to make contact with the inhabitants." The shuttle bay doors opened, and a small team, including Mia, Alex, and a few security personnel, boarded the shuttle. With the ship's thrusters roaring to life, they descended toward Zilara's surface. As they touched down in a clearing near a cluster of towering structures, the crew stepped outside, taking in the alien beauty. The air was rich with unfamiliar scents, and vibrant colors surrounded them. "We need to be cautious," Alex reminded the team. "We don't know what to expect." The team moved cautiously through the clearing, approaching the nearest structure. It resembled a grand temple, with intricate carvings and glowing symbols adorning its facade. Suddenly, a group of aliens emerged from the shadows, their forms graceful and ethereal, with skin that shimmered like polished gemstones. Maya stepped forward, her heart pounding. "We come in peace. We received your distress signal." The alien leader, a tall figure with luminescent eyes, stepped forward. "You are not of our world. How did you come to hear our call?" "We are from Earth," Alex interjected, feeling the weight of the moment. "We received your message and came to help. What is the nature of your distress?" The alien leader, introducing himself as Vera, gestured for them to follow. "Come, we must discuss this in safety." Inside the temple, they gathered in a grand chamber illuminated by soft, pulsating lights. Vera explained the dire situation. "We are being threatened by the Zenthari Empire. They seek to conquer our world and strip it of its resources. We are not equipped to fight them alone." Mia's brow furrowed. "How many ships do they have?" "Too many," Vera replied, sadness evident in his voice. "They have superior technology and an insatiable thirst for conquest. We've held them off, but time is running out." Alex felt a surge of determination. "We won't let you face this threat alone. We will help you fight back." Vira's eyes flickered with hope. "You would do this for us. You are truly from a distant star." "Yes," Alex affirmed. "Together, we can form an alliance, but we'll need to coordinate our efforts. Show us your defenses and any technology you have." As Vera and his team began to outline their strategies, the bond between the two species started to solidify. Ideas flowed freely, blending human ingenuity with Zalara's advanced technology. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the temple, echoing the urgency of their situation. "The Zenthari have arrived," Vera announced, fear etched across his features. Alex's heart raced. "We need to prepare. It's time to show them that we're ready to fight." The crew braced themselves for the impending battle, knowing that the fate of two worlds hung in the balance. The atmosphere inside the temple shifted from hope to urgency as the alarms blared louder. Commander Alex Renaud felt the weight of responsibility pressing down on him. They had come to help, but now they would have to fight for their new allies' survival. "Vera, how long do we have?" Alex asked, his voice steady despite the rising tension. "The Zenthari are swift," Vera replied, his luminescent eyes narrowing. "They will be here within minutes. We must fortify our position." Alex nodded, rallying his crew. "Mia, can you link our ship's systems to theirs? We need to coordinate our defenses." "On it," she said, already moving to connect her devices to the temple's control panel. As Mia worked, Alex turned to the Zillaran warriors, who were preparing their defenses with an impressive display of teamwork. Armed with energy weapons that pulse with vibrant colors, they demonstrated remarkable precision and discipline. "Let's get into position," Alex ordered. "We'll establish a perimeter around the temple and use our ship's sensors to track their movements." The crew quickly organized themselves, placing the Zillaran soldiers at strategic points while integrating the Horizon surveillance capabilities. Outside, the lush landscape contrasted sharply with the impending threat, a stark reminder of what was at stake. Suddenly, the sky darkened as enemy ships appeared on the horizon, descending like ominous shadows. The Zenthari vessels were sleek and menacing, bristling with weapons that glinted in the dimming light. "Here they come," Mia shouted, her voice tense as she monitored the incoming fleet. "Everyone, to your positions," Alex commanded. The crew took their places alongside the Zillaran warriors, adrenaline surging through them. As the first shots rang out, the ground shook beneath them. Zenthari forces descended, launching energy blasts that struck the temple walls, sending debris flying. The Zillaran warriors responded with fierce precision, their energy weapons lighting up the battlefield. "Focus fire on the lead ship," Alex shouted, trying to maintain control amidst the chaos. With a flick of her wrist, Mia integrated the targeting systems, directing the Allied forces. "Now, fire." Bright beams of energy shot from both Horizon and the Zillaran defenses, striking the lead Zenthari ship and causing it to veer off course. The crew cheered, but there was no time for celebration as more ships poured in, their numbers overwhelming. "Reinforcements are on the way." Vera yelled over the din, his expression fierce. "We have to hold the line until they arrive." The battle intensified, a chaotic dance of light and sound. Alex moved among his crew, urging them to stay focused. The alien architecture provided some cover, but it was becoming increasingly battered by enemy fire. "Commander, the Zenthari are deploying ground troops," one of his security officers warned, pointing to a group of heavily armed soldiers disembarking from a larger ship. "Form a defensive line," Alex ordered. "We can't let them breach the temple." The Allied forces prepared to engage the incoming troops. The Zilloran warriors charged forward with a fierce battle cry, their glowing weapons leading the charge. Alex fought alongside them, adrenaline surging as he took aim at the advancing Zenthari soldiers. Just as it seemed they might hold their ground, an explosion rocked the temple, sending Alex sprawling to the ground. Dazed, he looked up to see chaos unfolding around him. Smoke and debris clouded the air as his crew and their alien allies fought valiantly against the encroaching enemy. "Mia," he shouted, struggling to his feet. "We need more firepower. Can we activate the ship's weaponry from here?" "I'll try," she called back, her voice strained as she fought to maintain control amid the chaos. With determination burning in his chest, Alex joined the fight, knowing that the survival of both civilizations depended on their resolve. Together, they would face the Zenthari and prove that they were more than just explorers. They were warriors. The battle raged on, each moment stretching into eternity. Smoke billowed around the temple as Alex Renaud fought to regain his bearings. His vision cleared just in time to see a Zenthari soldier, heavily armored and armed with a devastating energy rifle, advancing toward their position. "Get down," he yelled, tackling a nearby Zilloran warrior to the ground just as a barrage of fire erupted. The soldier rolled away, springing back to his feet, weapon raised. "Thank you, Commander," the Zilloran said, gratitude mingling with urgency. "We cannot allow them to breach the temple." Alex nodded, scanning the battlefield for Mia. "Where's our tech support?" he shouted over the cacophony. "I'm here," she called back, emerging from the smoke, her face smeared with soot. "I'm trying to link our systems to the temple's defenses. Can we activate the Horizon Asterisk's weapons from here?" he pressed. "I'm working on it," Mia shouted, her voice cutting through the chaos. "But we need to buy some time." A fresh wave of Zenthari soldiers surged forward, overwhelming their front line. "We need to fall back," Alex ordered. "Retreat to the temple's inner sanctum. We can hold them there until we regain control." As they moved, Vera's voice rose above the noise. "Follow me. We have a fallback position." The Allied forces regrouped inside the temple, barricading doors with debris and setting up defensive positions. The atmosphere shifted from frantic chaos to a fierce determination. The Zilloran warriors, guided by their instincts and Alex's leadership, readied themselves for the next wave. "Mia, how's it coming?" Alex asked, panting as he secured a barricade. "Almost there. Just need a few more seconds," she replied, fingers dancing over the holographic interface. "I'm linking our targeting systems to the temple's defensive arrays." Vera joined them, his expression serious. "We fought long and hard, but we cannot do this alone. We must forge our alliance now, show the Zenthari that we will not be broken." The tension in the air shifted as the Zenthari forces battered at the barricades, their relentless assault threatening to overwhelm the temple. But Alex's resolve hardened. "When the doors give, we fight together," he said firmly. "For Earth, for Zulara, and for freedom." "Ready," Mia shouted, her face lighting up with determination. "I've got it. Horizon Asterisk systems are linked with the temple. Now." Alex commanded. "Fire." A brilliant beam of energy erupted from the temple's defenses, striking the advancing Zenthari troops with devastating force. The crew and Zillaran warriors cheered, bolstered by the surge of power now at their disposal. "Keep firing. Don't let up," Alex urged, adrenaline pumping through his veins as they pushed back against the tide of enemies. The Zenthari, taken aback by the sudden shift in momentum, faltered. This was their chance. Alex rallied his forces, leading them into a fierce counterattack. The combined might of humanity and Zillaran surged forward, a unified front pushing against the invaders. As they fought, Alex felt the bond between the two species solidifying. They were no longer just allies by circumstance. They were partners fighting for a shared future. Each victory brought them closer together, each fallen comrade a reminder of what they stood to lose. "Advance," Vera shouted, his voice echoing through the temple. "For our worlds." With renewed vigor, the Allied forces pressed forward, determined to reclaim their home from the grasp of the Zenthari Empire. The temple, once a place of sanctuary, became a battlefield, a testament to their struggle and the strength of their newfound alliance. As the tide of battle turned, Alex knew that they were on the brink of something greater than survival. They were forging a legacy, one that would echo through the stars. The cacophony of battle echoed through the temple, mingling with the shouts of warriors and the sharp crackle of energy weapons. Alex Renaud felt the adrenaline coursing through him as he led the charge against the Zenthari forces, the flickering lights casting shadows on their determined faces. "Push forward. We can't let them regroup," Alex shouted, leading a squad of Zillaran warriors into the fray. Each step felt like a declaration of defiance against their invaders. As they surged ahead, the temple's defenses pulsed with energy, firing at the Zenthari troops attempting to breach their sanctuary. The combination of advanced technology and human ingenuity was proving formidable, and the tide of battle began to shift. Mia, stationed at the control panel, yelled over the noise, "Commander, I've accessed the temple's central system. We can activate a protective shield to cover our front lines." "Do it," Alex replied, heart racing. If they could hold the Zenthari at bay while regrouping their forces, they might turn the tide for good. With a swift motion, Mia initiated the shield, a shimmering barrier enveloping the front of the temple. The Zenthari blasts ricocheted harmlessly off the surface, causing their soldiers to hesitate, confusion washing over their ranks. "Now's our chance," Vera called out, rallying his warriors. For Zilara. With renewed vigor, the combined forces charged, the Zillaran warriors and human crew members weaving through the enemy lines. The protective barrier held firm, absorbing blasts and allowing them to engage the Zenthari at close range. The battle intensified, each moment filled with urgency and desperation. Alex fought alongside Vera, their movements synchronized as they took down Zenthari soldiers with fluidity and precision. "Keep pushing," Alex shouted, adrenaline propelling him forward. "We have to break their formation." Just then, a loud explosion rocked the temple, shattering some of the internal structures. Alex turned to see a large Zenthari ship hovering above, its weapon systems fully charged and aimed directly at them. "Mia, can you disable that ship's weapons?" he called, trying to keep his focus on the immediate threat. "I'll try," she replied, her fingers flying over the controls. "But I need a moment." The Zenthari ship fired, the energy blast tearing through the temple's exterior. The shield flickered but held for now. "We don't have much time," Alex warned. "Everyone, focus on that ship." With a collective shout, the Allied forces redirected their fire toward the hovering Zenthari vessel. Energy beams lanced through the air, striking the ship's hull. The Zenthari, realizing they were under heavy assault, began to return fire with renewed ferocity. "Keep it up. Don't let them regroup," Vera shouted, leading a charge toward the ship's base. Alex felt the heat of the battle enveloping them, but he couldn't back down now. "Almost there," Mia's voice cut through the chaos. "I'm initiating a systems override on their weapons. With a brilliant flash, the Zenthari ship's weapon systems began to spark and flicker. "It's working," she shouted. "They're losing power. Now, while they're vulnerable," Alex ordered, feeling the surge of hope. The combined forces advanced, driving the Zenthari back as they exploited the enemy's momentary weakness. The air crackled with energy as the tide of battle began to shift decisively. One by one, Zenthari soldiers fell under the unyielding assault of their human and Zilloran counterparts. As the last of the Zenthari forces faltered, Alex stood at the forefront, breathless but resolute. "We're winning. Keep pushing. For Zilara and for Earth." With their spirits ignited, the Allied forces surged forward, determined to drive the invaders from their home once and for all. They were no longer just fighting for survival. They were fighting for a future, one where their worlds could coexist in peace. The tide of battle turned dramatically as the combined forces of humanity and the Zillaran warriors pressed against the faltering Zenthari soldiers. The air was thick with the scent of scorched metal and the crackling sound of energy weapons. Commander Alex Renaud felt a renewed sense of purpose wash over him as he led the charge toward the heart of the enemy forces. "Keep moving," Alex shouted, dodging a burst of energy fire as he maneuvered through the chaos. The Zillaran warriors fought with a fierce tenacity, their glowing weapons illuminating the dim battlefield. "We have them on the run." Mia's voice rang out from the control panel, filled with excitement and urgency. "I've managed to hack into their communications. They're panicking. We can exploit this moment." "Good work, Mia. Can you send them a message to sow confusion?" Alex asked, scanning the battlefield for any sign of the Zenthari command. "Absolutely. Sending a fake retreat signal now," Maya replied, her fingers dancing across the controls. As the message transmitted, the Zenthari forces hesitated, glancing at each other in confusion. This was the opening the Allied forces needed. "Advance. For Zilara. For Earth," Vera roared, leading the charge alongside Alex. The combined forces surged forward, energy weapons blazing. The Zenthari soldiers, caught off guard by the sudden shift in momentum, fell back, trying to regroup. But the morale of the Allied forces was unshakable. They pressed their advantage, pushing into the heart of the enemy's encampment. Amid the chaos, Alex spotted a towering figure. The Zenthari commander, clad in dark armor, barking orders to his troops. "We need to take him out," he shouted to Vera. "If we can eliminate their leader, the rest will scatter." "Agreed." Vera nodded, his expression resolute. "Follow me." They charged toward the Zenthari commander, cutting through the remaining soldiers with fierce determination. The commander noticed them, his eyes narrowing as he raised his weapon. Energy crackled around him as he prepared to fire. "Watch out," Alex shouted, diving to the side just as the energy blast whizzed past him, striking the temple wall and showering debris. Vera dodged the commander's next shot, closing the distance with impressive agility. "You won't take our world," he shouted, launching himself at the Zenthari commander. The two leaders clashed in a brutal exchange, energy blades igniting the air around them. Alex found himself supporting Vera, flanking the Zenthari commander and drawing fire away. "Now," Alex shouted, creating an opening as Vera delivered a powerful strike that knocked the commander off balance. With a swift motion, Alex aimed his weapon, firing at the commander's exposed side. The shot hit true, and the Zenthari commander stumbled back, a look of shock crossing his face. Vera seized the moment, pressing forward and delivering a final decisive blow. The Zenthari commander fell, and a hush fell over the battlefield as the remaining Zenthari soldiers watched in disbelief. "Victory!" Alex shouted, raising his weapon high. The cry echoed throughout the temple, igniting a wave of cheers among the Allied forces. With their commander down, the Zenthari forces began to retreat in disarray, their once formidable formation collapsing. The Zillaran warriors surged forward, taking advantage of the chaos. "Don't let them escape," Vera called out, his eyes blazing with determination. We need to ensure they can't regroup and return. As the last remnants of the Zenthari army fled, Alex felt a wave of relief wash over him. They had fought valiantly and emerged victorious, but he knew this battle was just the beginning. Let's secure the area and assess any remaining threats, he instructed, surveying the scene around him. Mia approached, her face flushed with excitement. We did it, Commander. We really did it. Alex smiled, the weight of their victory settling in. Yes, we did. But our work isn't over yet. We need to prepare for the aftermath. Our alliance will face many challenges ahead, but together, we can forge a new future. As the dust settled around them, Alex felt a flicker of hope ignite within him. They had united against a common foe, and in doing so, had laid the foundation for a powerful alliance that could transcend the stars. As the dust began to settle around the temple, Alex Renaud surveyed the battlefield, the remnants of the Zenthari forces retreating into the distance. The cheers of his crew and the Zillaran warriors filled the air, a sound of triumph that resonated deep within him. They had achieved the impossible. They had united against a formidable enemy and emerged victorious. Commander, Mia called, her voice breaking through the noise. We've secured the perimeter, but we need to assess the damage to the temple and our resources. Let's move, Alex replied, leading the way back toward the heart of the temple. We need to ensure we're prepared for any potential counterattacks. Inside, the temple bore the scars of battle, cracks in the walls and scorch marks that told tales of the fierce fight they had just endured. Despite the destruction, the Zillarans gathered to regroup, their spirits high. Vyra approached Alex, his demeanor serious yet hopeful. We owe you and your crew our deepest gratitude. Your bravery has saved our world. It was a team effort, Alex replied, feeling the weight of responsibility in his words. But we must think about what comes next. The Zenthari may regroup, and we need to be ready. Agreed, Vera said, nodding. We will fortify our defenses and establish a watch. But we also need to consider how to communicate with other worlds. The Zenthari have allies, and we cannot face them alone. Mia chimed in, her eyes bright with enthusiasm. We can leverage the temple's technology to reach out to other systems. If we send a message, we might find other civilizations willing to join us against the Zenthari threat. Alex felt a surge of hope at her words. That's a great idea. If we can build a coalition, we can ensure that the Zenthari know they can't conquer us. Vera nodded in agreement. Then let us begin. Together, we will forge an alliance that will stand strong against any foe. The crew and Zillaran warriors quickly got to work, utilizing the temple's communication systems. With Mia leading the technological effort, they crafted a message that not only detailed the Zenthari threat, but also called for solidarity among neighboring star systems. As they sent out the transmission, Alex felt a sense of purpose solidifying within him. They weren't just fighting for survival anymore. They were building a future. Hours later, as the sun set over Zillara, painting the skies in hues of orange and purple, the temple became a beacon of hope. A gathering of warriors, humans and Zillarans alike, stood together, united in their cause. Let this moment mark the beginning of our new alliance, Alex declared, addressing the group. We have shown that together, we can face any challenge. Today, we are not just Earth and Zillara. We are a coalition of worlds, ready to protect our homes. The crowd erupted in cheers, their voices ringing through the temple as they raised their weapons in solidarity. As the celebrations continued, Alex took a moment to reflect on the journey that had brought them to this point. From the isolation of Earth to standing shoulder to shoulder with a new ally, they had forged bonds that transcended species and worlds. Looking up at the stars, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. The universe was vast and filled with both wonders and dangers, but now they faced it together. Whatever challenges lie ahead, we will meet them as one, he whispered to himself, determination hardening in his heart. The dawn of a new era had begun, and he was ready to embrace it.